Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Severe thunderstorms are expected today from the upper Midwest, central Great Lakes, into the Ohio and mid-Mississippi valleys. In addition, heavy rainfall threats increases across the Ohio Valley. Meanwhile, early summer-like heat wave continues over portions of the southern parts of Texas, with new daily records are forecast today through the weekend. The heat spreads across the Gulf states. Closer to home, quiet weather and seasonal temperatures today, becoming breezy tomorrow. Another Pacific storm system will bring gusty winds, blowing dust, and critical fire weather conditions back to the area on Sunday and Monday. Quiet weather returns Tuesday through Friday, with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 90s in the middle and latter part of next week. Dust and dander remain very high, thereby reactions for those with sinus and pulmonary ailments can also expect it to be very high. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control, roadblock information for Friday, May 16th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
The Baton Memorial Bike Run presents the Throwdown at the Ghost Town. That's this Saturday. Doors open at noon, music from 1 till 5. Drinks, food, biker games, and more. Everybody's welcome, with live music from El Paso's own Whiplash. It'll be at the No Scum Allowed Saloon, 933 White Oaks Road in White Oaks. The Hubble Trading Post Navajo rugs and jewelry will be available at White Sands National Park. You can browse beautiful handcrafted Navajo rugs, fine silver jewelry, turquoise, other gemstones. That's this weekend. Check it out. This weekend will be the Alamogordo Firefighter Games 2025. We heard from firefighter Liam Arnold.
Hello, this is firefighter Liam Arnold with the Alamogordo Fire Department. We would like to invite you to participate in the 2025 Firefighter Games on Saturday, May 17th at Alameda Park. If you would like to participate in the games, due to the nature of the games, you must be an active member of a full-time fire department or volunteer department. For the games, we have 5 different events that will take place. We will have hose bowling, midnight alarm, and the 3-person hose lay, bucket brigade, and water polo. We will also have a kids firefighter challenge open to kids from ages 5 to 10 years old. For more information on how to sign up for these events, please visit the City of Alamogordo's website or the Alamogordo Fire Department Facebook page. On behalf of the fire department, we hope to see everyone out there.
The Alamogordo White Sands Regional Airport Open House takes place on May 31st from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Free entry, planes on display, food trucks, STEM vendors, and a whole lot more. It's important to watch your water usage. We check now with Acting City Manager, Dr. Stephanie Hernandez.
Hi, Alamogordo. This is Stephanie Hernandez, Acting City Manager for the City of Alamogordo. Just a friendly reminder, beginning May 1st, we enacted our outdoor watering schedule. Remember, odd number addresses water on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, even number addresses on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And also remember, absolutely no watering on Mondays, and always water before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Again, this is Stephanie Hernandez thanking you for doing your part, because every drop counts.
The village of Tularosa has a similar watering schedule in effect as well. City of Alamogordo presents Fourth Friday, first one of the year, happening on Friday, May 23rd from 7 until 11 at Washington Park, featuring live music from Selmo. Well, today is Friday. That means we get a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. I mentioned back in March that kitten season was beginning, and now 2 months later we have kittens who have reached the adoption age of 9 to 10 weeks. Pretty Misty is a proud gray tabby mama of 3 gray tabby kittens. Misty's first boy, Smokey, is playful and sweet. He's a sturdy boy who may grow to be a nice-sized adult. Smokey has pretty tabby markings on his face and body. His claim to fame are his large round eyes, which result in the sweetest face. Boy number 2 is Sharky, a dark gray tabby. This little cutie loves chewing on cardboard, toys, and his siblings. While he is very playful and sweet, he is not a big fan of being picked up or being in high places. Misty's only baby girl is Pearl. Pearl is very petite and quite the princess. Being the smallest of her litter mates, Pearl personifies the saying, quote, "Ladies do not start fights, but they can finish them," end quote. She is feisty and silly and can hold her own with her 2 brothers. Once Pearl has finished with her brothers, she switches to chasing her toys and then cuddling when she has tired herself out. Mama Misty is just as sweet and pretty as her kittens. She's a very young mama, only 8 months old. Misty is super friendly and likes to talk to her human. She's not super cuddly and would rather sit next to her person on the couch than in their lap. She is, however, good with being picked up and held. She does not like dogs, but she's good with small children. We have another 9-week-old litter of 3 adorable tabbies who are ready for adoption and will be at the mall tomorrow. There are 2 boys and 1 girl, and they are a delightful trio of long-haired fluff balls. The boys are Keebler and Ritzy. Keebler is all gray and Ritzy is gray and white. Their sister Trisket is also gray and white. They are all cute and cuddly. A lone little guy we named Cruiser arrived a week ago. He's all black and lets us know quite loudly, or should I say insists, that he wants to be held and cuddled. Cruiser went to a foster home so he could be with another little guy named Dash, around his same age of 8 weeks old. Cruiser and Dash are already good buddies. Finally, I want to mention that Madeline, a darling 10-week-old calico kitten, will be at the mall tomorrow also. All of her littermates have adopted, and now it is time for this beautiful calico's turn to find her forever home. You can visit all the cats at Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road, Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Or you can check out our website at www.kittycitynm.com to view all our cats and kittens available for adoption. They are all waiting for their forever family. Tomorrow, Saturday, May 17th, Kitty City will be at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with our Kitty City adoption event featuring cats and kittens and dogs and puppies from Alamogordo Animal Control. We will have cuddly cats and adorable kittens from Kitty City at a special price. First cat or kitten full price, second cat or kitten half price. Twice the fun and half the trouble. Come see us at the mall tomorrow, Saturday, May 17th and Saturday, May 31. Your forever friend is waiting patiently for you to adopt. I'm Kathy Denton, and this has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez, available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the Big Lies news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
New Mexico State Labs have released the toxicology report for former Rio Arriba County Sheriff Billy Merrifield, who died in late April. Merrifield died from the effects of fentanyl and alcohol. 36-year-old registered sex offender Jesus Emmanuel Guerrera has been arrested for stalking a high school student near a campus in El Paso. The case began when a school resource officer took an initial report from a 15-year-old student who said a man had approached her multiple times while she walked to school and attempted to lure her into the vehicle. The student provided photos of the suspect's vehicle, which led officers to identify the individual as Guerrera. The Criminal Investigation Division detectives continued the investigation with the El Paso County Sheriff's Office and the El Paso Police Department Sex Offender Registration and Tracking Unit. The incident happened off campus and did not cause any disruption for any nearby school. Carrie Santos, who showed up to the University of New Mexico Hospital with her dead 3-year-old daughter, is not mentally fit to stand trial. Santos was in front of Judge David Murphy for a competency hearing yesterday afternoon. In January 2024, Santos claimed her toddler had fallen and hurt herself, but medical staff determined the child was already dead and noticed other signs of abuse, including being tied up. They found evidence that the 3-year-old, along with her 2 siblings, had been sexually abused. There's going to be a dangerousness hearing for her in July to figure out what happens next. State police arrested 21-year-old Elijah Williams, a New Mexico Corrections Department officer, after an investigation into sexual assaults involving female inmates at the Western New Mexico Correctional Facility. Multiple women alleged that they were sexually assaulted by Williams. Credible evidence was found to suggest those acts were being committed while he was on duty. Williams turned himself into New Mexico State Police yesterday and was booked into the Cibola County Detention Center. He's been charged with 4 counts of criminal sexual contact and an additional count of battery. The New Mexico Corrections Department states Williams is no longer working for the department. Yesterday, Congressman Gabe Vasquez held a virtual press conference along New Mexico immigration advocates to discuss what his office is doing in response to President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. Vasquez says he intends to introduce an updated bill that he initially brought to Congress in 2023. This is known as the Humane Accountability Act, which is aimed at bringing more oversight to immigration detention centers. This includes military installations overseas and would ensure due process for individuals detained by federal law enforcement.
This bill is about making sure that every person is treated humanely, that Congress is informed, and that our constitutional values are upheld, no matter who's in power. Detention centers like those in Torrance County in New Mexico have shown substandard care, and DHS has to be held accountable, as well as the private prison corporations that operate these centers on behalf of DHS.
Vasquez says he will continue his efforts to pass the bill, despite having very little faith that the current administration would sign the legislation. Yeah, Congressman, I don't think you're going to get through the House. Dust off your boots and get ready for a home run of a night. Noel Dondero joins us now from the New Mexico Farm and Livestock Bureau, inviting you to Country Night with the Albuquerque Isotopes on Friday, May 30th. They've got cowbells, country music, and America's favorite pastime.
Join New Mexico Farm and Livestock Bureau for Country Night with the Albuquerque Isotopes on Friday, May 30th at Isotopes Park. Gates open at 5 p.m., so bring the whole family and come enjoy a free pre-game country concert. The first 3,000 fans can snag a free cowbell and settle in for a great night of baseball. The game is set to start at 6:35 p.m. sharp. Come cheer on the Isotopes as they battle the Space Cowboys. Whether you're a longtime farmer, rancher, or just love Western style, this is your night to shine and have fun. So pull on those boots, bring your loudest cheer, and let's make some noise for agriculture and our local team. We'll see y'all at Country Night, proudly presented by New Mexico Farm and Livestock Bureau. Keep an eye on our social media channels for updates on how to request tickets. Thank you and see you soon.
Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
I'm Christy Lepis here on Crazy Radio, and it's time now to see where the fish are biting. Cuballo Lake, fishing for catfish and carp, was very good when using shad and worms. Elephant Butte Lake, fishing for smallmouth bass and largemouth bass, was very good when using plastic worms. Alto Lake, fishing for trout, was very good when using olive and white marabou streamer flies. Bonita Lake, fishing for trout, was slow to fare when using black and yellow panther martin spinners. Carlsbad Municipal Lake, fishing for largemouth bass, was slow to fare when using crankbaits. Grindstone Reservoir, fishing for trout, was very good when using yellow powerbait. Santa Rosa Lake, fishing for largemouth bass, was slow to fare when using chartreuse jigs. Looks like the area waters that were stocked this week are all up north. And our catch of the week is, drumroll please, Josiah Garule, age 8, caught a 29-inch, 9-pound catfish at Tingley Beach. That's it for this week. Join us next week as we tell you the fishing hotspots and what they're biting on. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis, reminding you to take your family fishing.
There are 8 games for New Mexico softball today and 9 games for New Mexico baseball. Many games are to be announced. Well, today is Friday. Let's find out where the fish are.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly cloudy tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 28 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 84, low tonight at 59, high tomorrow, 84 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, winds gusting up to 22. Mostly sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 33. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 62, low tonight of 44, high tomorrow, 62 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.